The Marine Academy of Science and Technology is a marine-themed career and technical education program located in historic Fort Hancock area on beautiful Sandy Hook, New Jersey. Students can choose from among 3 career paths at the Marine Academy: Marine Science career path, Marine Technology and Engineering, and Naval Science. In the Marine Science career path, students take courses in marine biology, marine physics, and marine chemistry, and usually do much of their hands-on research aboard our 65-foot research vessel Blue Sea or the NOAA lab adjacent to campus.
I was always interested in the ocean, and I loved going to the beach as a kid, and then I was always interested in science and math, so the opportunity to solve real-world scientific problems, especially in the marine environment, really intrigued me.
In the marine technology theme, students take courses in computer-aided drafting and design, CAD, technology engineering and design, and systems engineering. And students are trained to use technology devices like 3D printers and laser cutters to produce the things that they have designed. In the Naval Science program, students take 4 years of naval science and are required to become cadets in the Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. This program is designed for students who wish to pursue a career as an officer in the military.
You get to learn the structure of the Navy before you even get there.
The Navy's core values of honor, courage, and commitment really drive our entire school's culture and mission to develop upstanding citizens and productive members of society.
It just really blew me away compared to my home high school and other schools, just how many unique opportunities you get here.
In every single science class I've taken, I've had the opportunity to go out into the field and see how that relates back to the marine environment.
MAST is truly an exceptional school and is the right place for any student who's interested in becoming a marine scientist, a marine engineer, or wants to pursue a career in the military.
Unique clubs, unique activities to do here. No matter what your interests are, there's something here for you.
Hello, and welcome to the first and hopefully only virtual information session for the Marine Academy of Science and Technology on Sandy Hook. My name is Earl Moore. I'm the principal of the Marine Academy. And before we get into our program, I'd like to thank some of the people who made this virtual information session possible. First, the Marine Academy students and staff who helped record and produce this video, some of whom you will hear from soon. I'd also like to thank the Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders and the Monmouth County Vocational School District's Board of Education and Central Office Administration for their ongoing support for our schools. But most of all, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and putting the Marine Academy on the list of options you are considering for high school. We all know as educators, as parents, but most importantly as students, that deciding where to go to high school is an important decision. Thanks to our superintendent, our freeholders, and our Board of Education, residents in our part of the state have a number of truly exceptional schools to choose from. In years to come, you'll make many more important choices as you begin to consider college and career options, but for now, please take this opportunity to learn about our school, hear from some of our students, and talk to each other about what is best for you as a family. After you watch this presentation and hear about our school, you might be able to make the tough decision about where to go to high school just a little easier. Our overall objective for this information session is to provide an experience for you that will help you decide if MAST is the right choice for you and your family, and to hopefully give you a good understanding of the exceptional caliber of our program and what it means to be part of our school community at MAST. Our campus consists of 13 recently renovated buildings across more than 5.5 acres of Gateway National Recreation Area, a national park that includes both parts of New York and New Jersey, plus a marine science lab adjacent to campus, which you will hear more about later in this presentation. It is unlike any other high school campus anywhere in the nation. It is an open campus that feels more like a little college campus than a high school, with common outdoor areas between the buildings where students can sit and socialize and interact. And as you may already know, applying to MAST or any of the 5 career academies is a competitive process. So I'll talk a little bit also about the selection process. But for now, please take a moment to read the mission statement of the Marine Academy of Science and Technology. MAST is a very unique program, and its uniqueness is particularly appealing to a certain kind of student, and our mission statement suggests that. Note that our mission statement highlights not only our rigorous marine science theme, delivered here in a unique physical setting on Sandy Hook and the surrounding beaches and marine and estuary environments, but also stresses the importance of students' moral and ethical character development, which we feel are at least as important as the body of academic knowledge and skills each student acquires here. So the first question you're trying to answer during this information session is MAST the right high school and the right career academy for you? To answer this question requires that you examine both our curriculum and our school culture. So for now, I will put it simply by saying we are a college prep, career, and technical education program with a thematic, research-based focus on technology and the marine sciences. To facilitate this theme, we use a number of technology labs, the nearby NOAA lab, and our 65-foot research vessel, Blue Sea, which sails 4 to 5 times throughout the fall and spring research seasons, weather depending, of course, with trips assigned to all grade levels freshman year through senior year. As you may already know, MAST is a STEM school focusing on science, technology, engineering, and math. Last year, 54 out of our 65 graduates went on to declare majors in STEM fields. We've also made the Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, or NJROTC, an important part of both our school's curriculum and culture, and you'll hear much more about this program later and the benefits it brings all MAST students from the cadets themselves when you hear about our Naval Science program. To help you get an idea of the quality of our academic program here at MAST, here are some fast facts. We're proud to say that MAST continues to be one of the most unique, rigorous, and successful college prep programs in the state and the nation. Thanks to the talented faculty here at MAST and thanks to the caliber of student that makes up our school's community, MAST's reputation as a quality high school continues to grow. One measure of MAST success is, of course, the annual summative ratings the New Jersey Department of Education gives each school in the state. This year, the NJDOE gave MAST a perfect score of 100, one of only 3 New Jersey schools to achieve a perfect score out of more than 2,100 schools in the state. This NJDOE score is based largely on the state's standardized testing system, the NJSLA, formerly known as the PARC, which helps shape how others, including colleges, see our school and measure its level of rigor. The rating system also factors in attendance rates and graduation rates for high school students, where MAST is also consistently higher than state and national averages. In addition to the NJDOE rankings, MAST continues to be among the top schools ranked each year by U.S. News and World Report in their annual rankings. For 2020, U.S. News and World Report ranked MAST number 17 in the state and number 391 in the nation. That's out of more than 24,000 high schools nationwide. This puts MAST in the top 1.6% of schools in the country and in the top 2% for the 3rd year in a row. Similarly, MAST PSAT scores, SAT scores, and ACT scores continue to be significantly higher than state and national averages. I should also mention that MAST's NJROTC unit once again earned Distinguished Unit with Academic Honors, which effectively doubles the number of students eligible for nomination to our nation's military service academies and increases admissions and scholarship opportunities for every student enrolled in the school. Last year's graduating class, the MAST class of 2020, received 5 Federal Service Academy appointments, 2 to the United States Naval Academy, 2 to the Coast Guard Academy, and 1 to the Air Force Academy, and 12 ROTC scholarships, bringing the total amount of merit money for all scholarships earned by the class of 2020 to more than $16 million over 4 years. And finally, if your child is leaning toward the field of engineering, but more specifically marine engineering, their future is particularly bright. According to an article published last year by MarketWatch, a subsidiary of Dow Jones and an online sister publication to the Wall Street Journal and Barron's, America's #1 college major for both salary and job availability is naval architecture and marine engineering, where the median salary is $90,000, nearly double the median annual income of all other majors, with an unemployment rate of 1.6%. That's about half the unemployment rate of all other majors. So, good news there. So on to MAST program of study and our curriculum. Here are a few pictures of the Blue Sea, our research vessel, certainly one of the most unique high school laboratories in the state, perhaps in the country. The Blue Sea was actually mentioned by First Lady Michelle Obama in 2015 when she gave her Celebrating Innovations in Career and Technical Education keynote address at the White House.
And everyday students are getting hands-on experience through these opportunities at hospitals and businesses, schools, and just about everywhere else. My staff tells me that somebody's getting experience on a 65-foot research vessel out in the ocean. That's happening somewhere. You guys know about this? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
The Blue Sea has had a few upgrades recently and has been fully inspected by the United States Coast Guard, as it is every year. You'll hear more about the kinds of research students conduct on the Blue Sea when you hear about our marine science program. But for now, you can see whales feeding on bunker have been a common sight in local waters recently. This video was shot from the deck of the Blue Sea last fall. There are actually a number of different species of whales found locally. These are finback whales. Dolphins and porpoises are an even more common sight on research trips. These are bottlenose dolphins, which like to travel in pods of usually 5 to 20 individuals. Many of them are mothers with calves. This is a large pod of about 50 individuals. Some of our graduates haven't even gone on to do research in college on, with dolphins and sharks. So, an important part of our program. There's a good chance you'll see marine mammals like dolphins and whales and seals during your first few weeks at MAST. The freshman curriculum includes marine biology, which is how MAST fulfills the state's biology requirement. You'll also see here that freshmen take the first of 4 years of naval science, which includes the U.S. Navy's curriculum and structure and incorporates New Jersey's state requirement for both physical education and health. You'll also notice, along with naval science and marine biology, our theme-based technology course. Our computer-aided drafting and design course introduces our marine-themed pre-engineering program. All of the other core courses students might be able to take in a regular comprehensive high school make up the remaining freshman schedule. The key differences are, first, they're all infused with the marine science and technology themes whenever it is appropriate to do so. And second, they're all highly rigorous, even at the freshman level. In fact, all of the Marine Academy's courses are taught at the honors level, from 9th grade CAD and marine biology to Spanish 1 and freshman English, all honors level courses, all highly rigorous. If you're wondering about the different math courses and levels of Spanish offered to freshmen, you should know that all students are required to take a placement test in those two subject areas and are then assigned to the appropriate level course. Regarding our math program, please pay special attention to the fact that the math sequence at MAST does not include Algebra 1. Students who do not demonstrate proficiency in algebra on the placement test must take a 5-week summer algebra course to then be placed in either geometry or Algebra 2 as a freshman. The summer course will run from Monday, July 12th to Friday, August 13th, 8 a.m. to 12:30. The course will either be virtual and held online or be held at Biotechnology High School in Freehold, depending on the COVID situation at that time. There is no alternative to this course, and there are no exceptions to this rule. Outside math courses, tutors, and the like are not acceptable replacements for this course. Please know that by applying to MAST, you do understand and agree to these terms, so please do not make the mistake of making travel plans if you intend to apply, and if you do, I suggest the travel insurance. As sophomores, students advance to their next level of courses. You see those courses here. You'll notice our marine science-themed courses continue with marine chemistry, which, like marine biology taken as a freshman, is a double credit course, a 10-credit course. It meets every day and makes use of the Blue Sea research vessel as an extension of the classroom and labs on campus. All other courses meet every other day following a rotating block schedule. There are 4 academic periods each day, classes are 75 minutes long, and there is a 25-minute free reading period daily. MAST technology theme continues by building on the skills and knowledge learned in freshman CAD with TED, Technology, Engineering, and Design, which introduces the engineering and design process. You'll hear more about our Marine Engineering and Technology program shortly from the students themselves. As juniors, MAST students take their 3rd technology-themed course, Systems Engineering 1, and a 3rd marine-themed science course, Marine Physics, again, using the Blue Sea to conduct hands-on research as students study Sandy Hook Bay and the surrounding estuary and ocean. You may also notice here that juniors at MAST are also eligible for the first College Board-approved advanced placement courses, as well as the first of several dual enrollment courses offered at MAST. As you may already know, AP courses give students the opportunity to demonstrate their preparedness for college and earn college credit while in high school. Dual enrollment courses are college courses taught in high school where students earn college credit upon successful completion of the course. Tuition for dual enrollment courses is offered at a steep discount, so many families do opt to take advantage of these credit-bearing opportunities. During the junior year, students can take a Syracuse University history course, actually a double course, for 6 Syracuse college credits, and a Syracuse University Spanish course for 3 Syracuse credits in the 11th grade. As we advance to the next slide, you'll see other college courses available in blue type. A MAST student's education truly culminates in their senior year with several more opportunities to earn college credit through AP courses or dual enrollment courses in the areas of marine science, environmental science, physics, math, Spanish, and language arts, and the opportunity to explore a chosen career direction in either the marine sciences or engineering. If you look at the courses listed in the upper left-hand corner of this chart, you'll see what we refer to as our 3 senior capstone courses. You'll hear more about these courses later, but for now you should know that in a MAST student's senior year, they can choose to take either an engineering course, a marine research course, or a course that blends those 2 fields of study. Each of these 3 courses provides students with the opportunity to work in cooperation with and under the direction of a mentor from either business and industry, a government agency, or from higher education. This student-mentor interaction creates a bridge between high school and college and allows students to engage in research projects that are often entered into national competitions or in some cases even result in publication in peer-reviewed scholarly journals. But no matter what direction students choose to take in their senior year, it will be without a doubt the most rewarding part of their high school experience and something they'll remember for the rest of their lives. As for MAST culture, a picture is worth 1,000 words. MAST has always been and continues to be committed to building and maintaining a school culture whose foundation of respect and acceptance of others is strong. And the students you'll be hearing from soon in this presentation will all attest to that fact. We have always and will continue to ensure MAST is a safe and welcoming environment for all individuals, and we remain committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I mentioned earlier how our mission statement reflects MAST's emphasis on developing students' moral and ethical character, as well as helping them reach their academic and intellectual potentials. When MAST students graduate from MAST, they are not only prepared for college in an academic sense, they are also prepared to step into the world outside of education as responsible adults ready to meet the challenges of today's modern global society. Before we move on to the next portion of this information session, I'd like to address one topic that always comes up, and that is the topic of transportation, particularly regarding after-school sports. So let me answer those questions for you now. Transportation is arranged and provided through your home high school's transportation department. And whether or not your child is picked up or dropped off at or near your home or at your home high school is determined by your home high school or the contractor awarded the bid by your home high school. And that arrangement changes from year to year. Also, you should know that school districts are under no obligation to transport students back to the home high school after school for sports or other extracurriculars. Some do, some don't, but it's not a requirement. And again, that procedure changes from year to year. So please do not be misled by asking a current student in your community what their transportation arrangements or experiences are, assuming it will be the same for your child next year, because that is hardly ever the case. If you have any other questions about transportation or about anything, the application process, please don't hesitate to call the school during regular hours. We'll answer all your questions. Up next, you'll hear presentations from others on the topics of MAST Marine Science Program, our Marine Technology and Engineering Program, and our Naval Science Program, then finally our student activity clubs and organizations. These presentations are coming at you right now.
Hello, I'm Alex Stacey. I'm a rising sophomore and I live in Hazlitt. And I'm going to be talking to you about freshman year marine biology. In marine biology, we go over 10 credits, 6 credits of honors biology and 4 credits of marine biology. In biology, we go over genetics, cells, evolution, ecology, and many other chapters assisted with projects and labs. One of my favorite projects was in evolution, when we were talking about the timeline of the Earth, and we put a piece of paper along the entire lab floor, and we did put different points in time of the Earth's history. One of my other favorite labs when we were talking about cells and chromosomes, and we used puzzle pieces to connect and show how each thing's interacted and how they connected. I also remember going over the cell membrane through the bubble lab, and we used bubbles and we went outside and we were showing how the different membranes, how they interacted with each other and how they were the sturdy base behind a cell. In marine biology, we go over coastal geomorphology. In coastal geo, we go through the different processes of how the sand is affected by the ocean currents and waves, and how the different beach faces look, which we go outside to go and test, which I'll talk about later. We also go over invertebrates and vertebrates through different projects and labs, like when we studied the different types of vertebrates, we made cards and fish cards, and tons of different weight methods to help learn about the marine life that is right outside. One of the major benefits of being at MAST is that you get to go outside in Sandy Hook, which is literally our backyard. At Sandy Hook, we were able to go on beach walks, study the beach, and even do test fish that are right outside. Well, I remember on one of my first few days of marine biology, we went outside to one of the beaches, and my teacher taught us how to use seine nets, and we caught tons of different fish. It was one of my favorite things, and we got to bring some back to the aquarium and study them, which I'll talk about later. I also remember doing beach profiling, and we were able to measure how the different dunes were affected by the water, and beach walks where we went and looked around the beach and see how it was doing during the different seasons. One of the best things about being at MAST is that we have access to the research vessel Blue Sea. The Blue Sea is a 65-foot research vessel that we go on about every other week, where we're able to look at the different fish between the bay and the ocean. I know we'll be able to look at skates, rays, dog sharks, squids, and every other fish that are within this diverse environment of Sandy Hook. I remember one time we were out and we caught 9 dog sharks in a single catch. It was one of my favorite times at MAST, and we were able to study each of them and bring them back to look at them even farther. One of the major things we do at MAST is dissections. We're able to get up close and personal and look at different types of fish, ranging from jellyfish, clam, crayfish, dog sharks, and many other different types of fish. We're able to look at the anatomy and the different parts and how each of the organs interact with each other in a real space. And I'm really looking forward to chemistry this year, and I'm hoping that you look forward to your marine biology in freshman year, and I look forward to seeing you at the Blue Sea.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina Junko and I am a senior here at the Marine Academy, and today I will be talking to you about marine chemistry. Now, marine chemistry is a 10-credit course that meets every single day sophomore year. You get to learn about regular chemistry topics such as the composition of matter, the investigation of properties and how they interact, as well as solutions and acids and bases. What makes this course so interesting in comparison to other high schools is the influence of marine life into these chemistry topics. We discuss salinity, cycles of chemicals in the ocean, and simply how the chemistry of our ocean has the ability to affect everything on this earth. We as students are able to practice these topics through lab experiments, such as creating snow crystals using borax and using flames to identify the presence of metal ions in certain compounds. Definitely the best part about marine chemistry is the boat experience. Not only do we get to explore the ocean and the bay located near Sandy Hook, Shrewsbury, and the Navesink River, but we measure dissolved oxygen, pH levels, nitrates, and phosphates in the waters. We get hands-on experience using different measurable devices in order to test these components in our waters. These practices can be exemplified on the pictures on the right. Overall, marine chemistry is such a great class and such a great experience at the Marine Academy. It builds an understanding for the composition of nearly everything around us and is such a good opportunity being able to get this hands-on experience with our classmates and teachers. I wish everyone the best of luck in finding their high school experience. Go MAST!
Hello, my name is Kyle Gavlik, and I'm a junior here at MAST, and today I will be discussing marine physics. Marine physics is the junior year science course here at MAST. It is a 10 credit course that meets every day of the week. This differs from naval science or history or math because those classes only meet every other day, on A days or on B days. Physics will meet every day of the week. As I mentioned before, it's a 10 credit course, and 6 of those credits go to general physics. General physics is your typical physics class that you would discuss at any other high school. It goes over Newton's laws of motion, momentum, energy, light, sound, electricity, special relativity, and much more. Once again, your typical physics class. Where MAST differs is the marine physics side. Marine physics is 4 credits of the 10 credits, and it goes into aspects such as waves and wave energy, tides, the formation of Sandy Hook, and much more. For marine physics, the vessel trips are on Tuesdays, and the major trip to look forward to this year is the bridge trip. The bridge trip for marine physics is when we go and we look at the construction of different bridges and the related physics to their construction. It's a very interesting trip and something that you definitely be looked forward to as you are entering marine physics. But the vessel trips are not the only fun thing to look forward to this year. Every week there will be a fun demonstration to go over what we've learned. And these demonstrations can be done both in the lab and outside around campus, depending on what we're going over and how the weather's been. So these demonstrations include smashing frozen hot dogs, breaking glass with resonance, sitting on a bed of nails to show weight distribution, and experiments of hovercraft. It's a very interesting course with a lot of interesting experiments and something you definitely look forward to. So just to recap, marine physics is the junior year science class. It's a 10 credit course that meets every day of the week, covering both general physics and marine physics. The major trip is the bridge trip, and there are fun demonstrations every week. Once again, my name is Kyle Gavlik. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
Hi guys, my name is Emily Godkin. I'm a senior here at the Marine Academy of Science and Technology, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your senior year. For your senior year, you'll have to take a capstone course. Your options are marine research, which is lab and science-based, systems engineering, which is technology-based, and directed field research, which is a little bit of a combination of the two. Every senior must take one of these classes. For marine research, you'll get a project. You will pick this idea yourself for the project, and you'll have to test it out. The project can be anything. It just has to be marine related. Some examples have been counting numbers of horseshoe crabs, beach sweeps, checking oyster populations, anything like that. For this, you'll have to have a mentorship or internship with an organization. Down below are a few that students have used in the past, but there are more outside of that. Over to the side are 3 pictures. It's me, my partner, and our project from last year. Our project was looking at oysters and building structures for them to try and live on to see what kind of structure they preferred best. For marine research, everyone has a project. It'll be either field or lab-based. So a lab-based project would be the oyster project I showed you before, and a field-based would be going out on the boat to count numbers of fish, anything like that. Everyone who takes this class will learn a lot on the school boat. We go out on it once in a while, and it's very informational. You get to learn a lot. Everyone is required to present their project at a science fair. There's 3 listed below that we've gone to before, but there are also many others that students have gone to. I'm also going to be talking to you about your senior year electives. If you take marine research, you'll have to take oceanography. Oceanography is a dual enrollment course, which means while you're here at MAST, you'll actually be receiving college credit from Brookdale. Oceanography is a combination of the previous 3 years you'll have in science, freshman, sophomore, and junior year. It takes them all and touches deeper on topics that you will have talked about in those classes. Some topics we talk about are waves, tides. An example of the classes right now, we're doing a sonar lab where we're doing our own mini sonar, and we're learning more about how people made sonar devices, the technology they use, how they came up with the ideas for this. Again, this class has to be taken with marine research. You can't take it if you don't take marine research.
Hello, my name is Valentina Lopez. I'm a senior from Freehold, and I go to MAST, and I'm in Miss Ung's environmental science course. It is a dual enrollment Brookdale Community College course. It's not very hard. It's just a lot of working with the teacher, a lot of working with each other. In this class, we learn a lot about the ecosystems, about human population dynamics, a lot about what we do to the environment, how we affect it, and also how we could help it. Overall, it's a fun class. I love Miss Ung, and it's a great time.
Hi, my name is Olivia Davidson. I'm currently a senior here at MAST, and I live in Bradley Beach. I'm currently taking Sustainable Societies, which is a senior elective and a dual enrollment course with Brookdale. It's taught by Miss Ung and Mr. Ella Thorpe, and it's different from other courses here at MAST because it's student-led and project-based. We take some UN sustainability goals, and we're focusing on how we can, as a community, help others that are less fortunate and create a sustainable society.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Lee. I'm a senior here at MAST, and I'm currently taking AP Physics. Unlike the science courses taken during a student's freshman, sophomore, and junior years that are worth 10 credits and meet every day, AP Physics is a 5-credit course that meets every other day. It's also an AP course, meaning it's taught at the college level, and there's the potential to earn college credit at the end of the course. The class covers general physics, and it includes problem sets that model what college-level physics problems or AP problems might look like, and it also includes labs that provide experiences for hands-on learning.
Hello, welcome to the presentation on MAST Technology Department. My name is Molly Honecker.
My name is Rashir Bodicharo.
My name is Carly Winnick. My name is Emily Yang.
My name is Colin Sussman.
My name is Harrison Adler.
My name is Laura Moorhead.
My name is Kushi Patel.
And we're going to tell you about all of the tech classes that MAST has to offer, as well as the Technology Student Association Club.
So technology is a part of the core curriculum here at MAST, and students take a tech course consecutively for 3 years. As a freshman, they will take computer-aided design, sophomore, technology engineering design, junior year systems 1, and then as a senior, they have the opportunity to choose one of 3 capstone courses. The 2 related to technology are systems 2 and directed field research. As a freshman, students learn computer-aided drafting design, or more commonly condensed to computer-aided design. CAD is used to create nitty-gritty engineering designs through 3D and 2D drawings of physical segments or models. Some of the objectives are listed above, but overall, the course at MAST is designed to help students apply and carry out the engineering design process, from research, brainstorming, and designing to testing. Throughout the year, students will go through an abundance of these integrative projects that apply these design elements. In retrospect to most projects, students learn how to get from point A to point B, professionally conducting mechanical drafting to create digital part design under Autodesk 3D modeling software. Now, these integrative projects are not all alike, and the course incorporates projects that fall on various sides of the spectrum when it comes to CAD. Some of the projects we went through last year, as I'm a sophomore this year, were a coastal geomorphology sand structure project where students were able to apply the knowledge inside the classroom outside and get their hands dirty. Another one was a Spanish Day of the Dead project where we created masks that were perfectly sculpted to the size of our faces. There were projects that combined world history and technological innovations over time, a flyer project that used another interpretation of the design elements and taught students about enticing solutions. And of course, my favorite one, the key tag project, where students got to design a keychain for their peer and walk away with a 3D printed design,
utilizing our classroom 3D printer as seen in this picture.
The class that all sophomores take for their technology requirement is TED, or Technology, Engineering, and Design. And in this course, it's more technical writing based. You also have to do a lot of group projects that implement the design process that you learned freshman year. This is also the class that you use to fulfill some of the visual and performing arts standards. So two of the first projects that are generally done in this class are the trivia design and the cookie cutter design. So in both of these, you interview someone, go through the entire design process by brainstorming and then hand drawing. And then eventually it gets to 3D, you put into 3D modeling software where you can transfer it over to the laser cutter for the trivet or the 3D printer for the cookie cutter design. So you get an actual physical working model of your design. Another project that is sometimes done is the board game design. So this is a group project where students have to create and design an entire board game, every single piece of it, from the board, the box, the pieces, and even the artwork. And by the end, you have a complete professional looking board game. At the end of the project, you will do a group presentation and a long document of technical writing to show your work and how you got there. Another commonly done project is the penny barge competition. So in this project, students are given a certain surface area and they conduct calculations to determine its surface area, volume, and potential buoyancy, so how many pennies it's predicted to be able to hold. And then they construct the penny barge and test it in a bucket of water during class. So it's a big competition between the students of who could build the best penny boat. Another common project we do during Valentine's Day is students fill out an anonymous survey and are assigned a random student and they don't know who it is. And then for that student, they use the information from the survey to construct an edible bouquet for less than $10. And then on or around Valentine's Day, they present their bouquet and find out who built their bouquet and who they built it for.
So, the class of 2021 designed a escape room for their project, which had posters and trailers to promote each escape room. All of the different rooms had different puzzles and themes, as well as props that went along with them. For the class of 2022, we worked in teams of 4 to 5 to design a zombie apocalypse exhibition. On October 18th, the grade dressed in costumes, set up props, and scared all of the guests. Over $1,500 were raised for the Rainforest Alliance that night. For visual and performing arts points, we host an art auction every year where students have to prepare artwork that has to match a certain style and be marine related. People can bid on art. Money from the auction goes towards the student class. A full report on the artwork is done by all of the students, including research of artists that have inspired the work. Students worked with Arduino computers and watched videos on how to program them. This year, because we were all online and virtual, we worked on a CAD website in order to use Arduino at home. It's a great introduction to how coding works and uses different interesting parts to make a full machine.
The tech class that all juniors take at MAST is titled Systems Engineering 1. And it builds on a lot of the skills that you learned in TED last year. So you work with the design process, you do a lot of projects, you do a lot of group projects that are addressing real world scenarios. But you get more in depth with design documentation. So what real engineers have to document whenever they are addressing a situation. You work with more complicated and integrated systems, meaning the solutions you come up with usually have more parts or more skills you need to know in order to put them together. And you get more in depth with material processing, meaning that you learn how to safely operate a lot of shop tools like saws and drills.
So this class, the first step of the engineering design process is the research and development. So in this class, we continue with what we learned in CAD and TED, and we create orthographic and isometric sketches for everything we're going to create. We also sketch the exploded views, and we also create material lists and part lists. The material lists include all the materials we need to create the project, so we know if we were to actually do it, how much it would actually cost. Material processing, this is the second step where you actually construct what you were researching. These pictures include building balsa wood bridges, which is another group project, to creating signs where we had to interview a family member or friend and create a sign for them. The third step is the product prototyping. These pictures are of the fishing lures. This is from final products of what they actually looked like, and then later on we tested them. So testing is the final step where you actually test what you made. So in these pictures, it's the testing of the balsa wood bridges where you actually see how much weight they can hold until they collapse. In the center is the boomerang, where we created a paper boomerang, had to throw it around a garbage can and catch it, and other projects like this.
So one of your class options senior year is Systems Engineering 2, which I am personally taking. Throughout the past 3 years, we've been learning the design process through many smaller projects. This year, you take that process and stretch it out throughout the entire year to focus on solving one problem. To start, each student gets a mentor, usually a professional working in the same field as your senior project. Your mentor helps you throughout the design process and can be a great resource. To start, you research the problem you're trying to solve, like you've done previously, and you try to brainstorm some solutions to it. Then, after some thorough researching, you begin to design some of your solutions. These can take the form of computer drawings that demonstrate what your intended solution will look like. Once you've done some designing, you will model and test your solutions to determine which of your solutions is the best one, before performing a final test of your final solution. At the end of the year, all senior projects are put on display to be viewed, and this event is normally open to the public as well, so if you're interested, feel free to visit.
All right, so some examples of some recent senior projects include the Shell Eco Marathon team, where they actually built a car from scratch to take to the Shell Marathon in California. Also, there's the Mates ROV competition, where they built an underwater submersible, and the Baykeeper Oyster Support System, as well as the Jenkinson's Penguin Tank Cleaner. And some examples of past projects include the remote-controlled horseshoe crab and the animatronic stingray, as well as the bird observatory for Hartshorn Woods Park. Yeah.
So another science course you can take during your senior year is DFR. DFR is a mixture of research and engineering. In this class, students have the opportunity to not only research a certain topic, but also use their engineering skills from previous years to develop ways to study them. So here are some pictures of previous DFR projects. And one specific project is a hydroponic cultivation of salt marsh cordgrass. Students will construct and design a hydroponics cordgrass propagation system using PVC pipings and Spartina plugs. They will be able to help Sandy Hook by replanting marsh areas in parts of Sandy Hook that require revegetation. Another plant-based project is interactive herbarium display. Students will have the ability to develop an interactive display that focuses on vegetation on habitats of Sandy Hook. These habitats include salt marshes, dune systems, and holly forests.
And another project is a remote-operated biological sampling vehicle, where using Vex Robotics, a small remote-controlled kind of camera, was able to take pictures and take samples of different terrains.
And just one final point is the Technology Student Association is a club offered at MAST that focuses on technology, where members select a project to either do by themselves or in a group. And all of them relate to a specific technology skill. So it's educational as well as a very fun club to be a part of, as you get to go to a conference at the end of the year and potentially have the opportunity to go to the national competition if you win the New Jersey competition. Thank you all for listening. Good luck with your decision, and I hope that you consider applying to MAST.
Hello everybody, my name is Cadet Lieutenant Commander William Hurley, and I'm the Battalion Commander out at MAST. I hope you can hear me over the rain that's pouring right now on my roof. Today I'll be talking a little bit about the NJROTC program. NJROTC, Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, Citizenship and Leadership Development Program. It is completely funded by the United States Navy. All of our uniforms, textbooks come from the Navy. And in the program, you're going to be learning what it means to become a better person and become a more effective person, whether that's in leadership, citizenship, or even school, just getting your work done and learning how to organize your time better. Those NJROTC lessons that come from wearing a uniform translate to everything you do in life. Informed, responsible citizens, learning about what it means to have a role in your community, and those habits of organization come from each of the lessons you learn in our naval science classes. You learn more about the military's role on an international scale and how that protects our way of life here, how that supports our economy, things like that. You're going to understand the importance of our democracy and what it means in America and what your role is as a person in our country, and patriotism. What a massive thing we take very seriously here at MAST. Picture on the right is actually a picture of the flag being raised to half staff on 9/11 in our 9/11 memorial observance from a few years ago. We do one of those events each year, but also if you're on the color guard team or something like that, you're honoring our colors every single day, whether that's flag detail, raising the colors up in the morning, things like that. Patriotism is a very important part of the NJROTC mission, and it's something that we take very seriously at MAST. So the NJROTC program is actually very big, 83,000 cadets worldwide. Yes, worldwide, not just the United States. There are some cadets out in Italy and Spain. I was actually fortunate enough this past summer to meet some of them and hear about their perspectives on the program. They're out on military bases out there. And then Area 4, our area MAST is in, 64 units and 8,000 cadets. So it is a very big program, very sought after as well. So we're very lucky to have it at MAST with 200 schools that are currently awaiting approval. Naval Science 1, really basic introduction to the NJROTC program and the military. You'll learn what it means to become a follower before a leader, learn about the structure of the Navy, how ranks and rates work, things like that. Just a very basic introduction, and we'll give you that good framework to move forward in the battalion into your sophomore year. Sophomores will take Naval Science 2 and learn a little bit more about leadership lessons. You're going to learn about those lessons through naval history, something that's covered very comprehensively in this year. Learn about every single battle, all the way from ancient Greece to World War I, and how our Navy grew throughout its time from the Revolution all the way to where it is now. You're going to go through a United States Coast Guard boater safety course, which instructors from the Coast Guard Auxiliary will come to your class and teach about what it means to boat safely, and you'll get a completion certificate at the end of that. So the next summer you'll be able to go and drive around your jet ski. Naval Science III, this is going to be junior year. This year is when cadets will have those more leadership roles in the battalion. You're going to learn more about how ships are constructed in the Navy, what goes into the leadership structure on a ship, what that's like, and how that can be translated to what we do out at MAST in each of our jobs. Sea power and national security, something that is learned through each year of naval science, and really you're just going to learn about how to do your job better at MAST and how to refine those leadership skills. This picture on the right is actually some of our cadets that went up to the Leadership Academy / sail training at Naval Station Newport, Rhode Island. It's a 2-week summer program. kind of like a boot camp, but you're with cadets from all around Area 4, and you're learning very tangible leadership lessons that can be brought back to MAST and implemented in your roles. I was lucky enough to go to the program between my sophomore and junior year, and I made some friends out there that I'm still in touch with today, and the lessons I learned there I implement in my daily routine every single day. So tremendous opportunity that we had. The door was luckily opened by MAST. Naval Science IV. So this is seniors at MAST, and when you've reached your highest leadership role, you're going to be a role model really in this, and that's your job senior year, is to get to have those younger cadets look up to you, and you teach them the lessons that you learned when you were at their age. It really all comes back full circle. But those leadership skills that you've learned all the way through freshman year, you can put into work senior year in whatever job you have. Picture on the left is actually one of our cadets graduating, getting a Navy ROTC scholarship, and that's something that some cadets will go on to do, but not all. Naval science classes do have to cover these certain topics. It's kind of like, state mandated things, but these are just some of the basic ideas, things like physical fitness, health education that everyone will go through each year. Some of the activities. Personally, my favorite, the drill team. It does have participation, parade, competitions. It might not sound like the most fun thing in the world, marching around in the pouring rain, but I encourage everyone that comes to MAST to at least try it out. You'll make so many good friends. I'm so close with everyone on the drill team. It really is kind of a family. And there's opportunities to grow from followership positions all the way through leadership. One day you might be, being commanded by your best friend, and the next day you might be commanding them. Gain confidence, and drill team is fantastic, and MAST happens to have a pretty good drill team. Last year we qualified for a Navy National Drill Competition in Pensacola, Florida, and this upcoming year we're going to qualify again. Unfortunately, we didn't go last year because of the coronavirus, but this upcoming year, if things are good, we're going to go back. NJROTC Activities, band and chorus. It's another one for those maybe a little bit more musically inclined. Learn some patriotic songs and practice weekly. This is another group that's really close. A lot of good friends are made in band and chorus. And what another great way to get involved and play. Armed Forces Medley at passing reviews or information sessions. We'll be playing the Star Spangled Banner. Another really good way to get involved in the program. Academic team. Something that we take very seriously at MAST and happen to be pretty good at is academics. There's going to be competitions at postals and drill competitions. So if you maybe don't want to do drill, but you're really smart, we can use you, and that's something that's so helpful to our drill team. Orienteering. So this one is pretty unique, and we're really lucky to have at MAST. Is you and your best friend might get dropped in the middle of the woods, and with a map and a compass, and have to find some checkpoints on your way out while racing against another school. Most of our cadets usually come back out of the woods, but we have lost a couple. No, it is a really, really fun program, and you can join at any time. We encourage everyone to give that a try. Athletics team, if you're good at push-ups and sit-ups, we can use you. Another thing that's really helpful for us at drill competitions if you're athletic. And then there's also some postals. You might be punting, passing, and kicking a football, and seeing how your scores line up against teams from all around the country. So athletics team is another really fun way to get involved. After high school, once again, we are not recruiting you to join the military by any means, even though some of our cadets do that. We have people go on to receive ROTC scholarships, any of the branches of service, and also attend the service academies. Picture on the right is Midshipman Riley Plosica, who is now at the Naval Academy and doing a really good job. People will go to the best schools around the country, though, best civilian schools as well. It really is just a tremendous stepping stone to achieve your goals. Here's some of more pictures of universities that some of our students are at, and some of the military, some of the people that have gone on to service academies or to join the military. Picture on the bottom right is Lieutenant Nate Labrizzi, who is now an Army Ranger. He went to West Point and he graduated the top of his Ranger School class. So our graduates do go on to achieve amazing things. Something that we're really looking forward to out at MAST. Unfortunately, I won't be around for it, but you will if you come here. The Naval Science Buildings 23 and 56 will have an indoor drill hall, so we don't have to march around in the pouring snow. And also, the Naval Science classrooms will be in there as long with our supply building, and all our uniforms will be stored in there now. So it is an awesome opportunity you will be having if you come out here. Unfortunately, I can't answer any questions right now virtually, but if you do have questions, we'll definitely get those through and make sure that they are answered. This concludes the presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Rashir Bodhicharla, and I'm here to talk to you about the MAST Academic Team. Academic Team is about competing in trivia competitions that cover a range of topics, from something like mathematics to movie quotes. We usually hold practice after school once a week and then travel across the state to compete with other schools in academic tournaments. Most tournaments are Jeopardy style, but we do attend a few buzzer-based ones as well. Plus, you get pizza at most tournaments, which is certainly a bonus. I personally have had a ton of fun competing in tournaments, and I've made so many memories through this club. If competing isn't your thing, you could also write questions for academic tournaments that MAST hosts, or even just volunteer the day of. And I think that about covers it. Academic Team is a ton of fun, and I highly recommend it if you make the decision to attend MAST. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.
Hello, 8th graders and parents. My name is Elijah Vandertugert, and I am the class president for the class of 2021. Tonight I will be talking to you all about class officers. Class officers are essentially the student government for each grade level of students at MAST. They are in charge of organizing and facilitating all class-wide activities and affairs. You and your peers will be in control of your class budget, fundraisers, and events with guidance from a class advisor. This may sound overwhelming, however, you can reach out to classmates, teachers, and upperclassmen if you need help. We're all willing to lend a hand if you're in need. There are several different positions to run for: president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, sergeant-at-arms, reporter, and fundraising chairperson. Each position has its own responsibilities and duties that you will be expected to carry out in addition to all of your normal coursework. The president acts as the representative of the class and runs all of the general meetings and officer meetings. The vice president works with the president to help organize event ideas and logistics. The secretary keeps track of meeting minutes, agendas, and files for the officers. The treasurer keeps track of the class savings and manages the expenses. The reporter keeps photographic and written records of class events and functions. The sergeant-at-arms handles the physical labor and attendance at events and meetings. The fundraising chairperson handles the logistics and facilitation of fundraising events and volunteers. If any of these roles sound like your field of expertise, or even if you are just curious, I highly recommend running for a position in your freshman year. I never would have thought of myself as class president material when I applied to MAST, but now I've been president for 4 years, and I've enjoyed it the whole time. I wish you all luck on your applications regardless of school, and hope you have a wonderful night.
Hello everyone, my name is Eamon Ryan. I'm a senior here at the Marine Academy, and today I'm joined by Matt Vaughn, a fellow senior. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Creative Arts Club here at MAST.
So, at the Creative Arts Club, we do a variety of activities, one of which being the workshops. Workshops are student-led class sort of activities where we'll teach skills for creative expression. Maybe you're really good with drawing. You can host a workshop to teach people how to draw. Maybe you're good at improv, or maybe you're good at origami. And if you look at the top middle, we had a workshop where we did exactly that, and it was a lot of fun. On the subject of fun, next is the coffee houses. Coffee houses are open night, mic night sort of activities where you can come up and present a talent that you're particularly good at in front of your student peers. On the bottom left, we have some students playing guitar. Maybe you're really good with stand-up, you could do that. Or maybe you don't want to present anything at all, but I still think you should come even if you have nothing to present. We do seasonal activities such as painting pumpkins in the Halloween season, or in the winter seasons we have hot cocoa. And on the subject of hot cocoa, we always have snacks, so even if you have no other reason, that will make it worth your while.
You know where we also have snacks? At the plays. So Creative Arts Club also hosts the Plays and Murder Mysteries done by MAST. So the plays are pretty self-explanatory. They're always a lot of fun. Now, the Murder Mysteries are my favorite. And the reason for that is they're student-written plays fashioned in a murder mystery style. So, if you look at the center middle picture, the bottom one, we have the circus-themed murder mystery from a couple of years ago. It was phenomenal, a lot of fun. And then for the plays, just the normal ones, we have the planning phase. We usually go over to Miss Kaiser's house. She's a teacher here. It's always a lot of fun. And then we have opening night, and it's always enjoyable. That's the picture on the side over to the right. We hope you, should you come to MAST, join Creative Arts Club. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great rest of the evening.
Hello all, my name is Cadet Zach Mansfield. I'm a senior here at MAST, and I'm the drill commander for this school year. A little bit about me. I'm from Monmouth Beach. I like surfing, and I'm hoping to go to the Naval Academy next year. I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about the drill team and why it's one of the best things to get involved with during your freshman year. Before we get started, I just want to preface this by saying what you're going to hear over and over again tonight. We are not here to recruit you to join the military. While we do pride ourselves in the amount of students we send to federal service academies each year, no one is going to be forcing you to join the military. Basically, the purpose of the NJROTC program is to teach the students the lessons and values learned by retired enlisted men and officers, as they're applicable in every aspect of life. You don't just have to be in the military to have self-discipline, to be respectful, courageous, and have good leadership skills. Like I said before, these are applicable in every walk of life. So don't think that the drill team, same thing about the school, is just for military-bound kids. So what is the drill team? So the drill team is essentially our varsity sport at MAST. We practice most days after school and a couple days at lunch. During practices, we teach the fundamentals of marching, and no, it's not just the same as walking. We also have armed regulation platoons that conduct drill movements using rifles, and no, they're not real rifles. In addition to this, we have 2 exhibition teams, unarmed and armed, that compete in a more creative portion of the competition. We come up and develop our own routines for this portion. Armed exhibition involves tossing and spinning the rifles in the air, and unarmed exhibition bases their routines on a beat formed through drill movements. At drill competitions, we are judged usually by college NROTC midshipmen on our drill cards in comparison to other cadets and other schools in the Area 4 region. Last year, we qualified for the national competition that was supposed to take place in Pensacola, Florida. We all would have hopped on a bus, took the long trip down to Florida for the weekend, and tried to keep Senior Chief from going insane because, it would have been a bus ride with 60 high school students all the way to Florida. I'm just kidding. It would have been a great time, and I'm hoping we can get back to some normalcy this year and hopefully qualify to head down there this spring. Just to close up, the drill team is a great experience for everyone involved. It's a fantastic way to meet new friends, and it will teach you a bunch of lessons that you'll use long after your high school years. We usually come home from competitions with a bus full of trophies, so if you like winning, if you like having a lot of fun, I hope to see you all on the drill team next school year. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Steven DeFalco, and I'm the president of the MAST Key Club. Key Club is an international organization that plans, hosts, and participates in service projects, all in an effort to better local communities. At MAST, Key Club is an entirely student-run organization that allows students to practice and develop their leadership abilities while also organizing efforts to assist local communities. Throughout the year, we host tutoring, visits to children's hospitals, and also volunteered events hosted by other charitable organizations. Joining a Key Club, whether at MAST or any other high school, is a great way to begin amassing community service hours early, which will later be necessary for National Honor Society or college applications. Thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of your visit.
Hello, I am Christopher Madeira. I'm a junior here at the Marine Academy of Science and Technology, and I come from Howell. I'm here to tell you about the Marine and Environmental Science Club. We have a number of academic competitions, such as the National Ocean Sciences Bowl, which is a marine science academic competition. We've been regional champions for 13 years. We are ranked number 5 in the nation in 2019, and we're in the top 1% of all competing schools. We have Envirothon, which is a hands-on outdoor environmental science competition. We have a number of outreach programs, such as the Clean Ocean Action Beach Sweep, BioBlitz, and Ocean Fun Day. We have overnight camping trips and academic conferences, such as the COA Marine Debris Conference.
Hi everyone, my name is Eamon Ryan. I'm a senior here at the Marine Academy, and today I'm joined by Mr. Matthew Vaughn, a fellow senior. We're going to be talking to you a little bit about the mock trial team here at MAST. So each year, the New Jersey State Bar Association submits one case for us to argue. It's either criminal or civil. If it's criminal, we have a prosecution and a defense. If it's civil, we have a plaintiff and a defense. These two teams will then go and argue against other schools at the Monmouth County Courthouse here in Freehold. The winners can then proceed further on to the tournaments. Mr. Vaughn is now going to talk to you a little bit about what the team's compositions are. Take it away.
In the teams, you will find 3 distinct roles. The first of these roles would be the attorney. The attorneys are the people that are arguing the case during this mock trial. They will be performing directs and cross-examinations against the witnesses being the second role. The witnesses, they must memorize their testimony, and they must also perform character acting as if they were that witness. And finally is research. Unlike the prior 2 roles, they don't argue the case or perform in front of the court. They simply do research behind the scenes and provide support to the attorneys and witnesses.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you all for listening. We hope that if you come to MAST, you decide to join the mock trial team. It's a great way to work on your public speaking, your document analysis, and your memorization. That's all. Thank you again, and have a great rest of the evening.
Hello all, my name is Tyler Wisniewski, and I'm the National Honor Society president here at MAST, and I'm here to tell you a little bit how MAST NHS works versus maybe other high schools that you may be familiar with. The first is that you're only eligible your junior and senior years, and to be eligible, you must have a cumulative GPA, which is the average of all your years here at MAST, of 92.00 or higher. You must also have 100 community and school service hours, 40 of which must come from one source, and 50 leadership hours, which 20 of which must come from one source. Once you're accepted, which is members and officers, you must complete 4 hours every month, and NHS also holds annual events, which could be fall and spring beach sweeps where you can earn community service hours yourself, or senior trips, which are more like field trips that you may already be familiar with. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rashir Bodhi-Charla, and I'm going to be talking to you about TSA, or Technology Student Association. TSA is a national organization where students can participate in many different competitions called events. They range from super technical ones like CAD engineering and cybersecurity, to more artistic ones like children's stories. A few are listed on this slide, but you can find the full list on the TSA website. If you do particularly well in an event, you can compete at TSA Nationals. On the right, you can see a screenshot of the video game my team and I developed, and a picture of us after we won second place at the 2019 National TSA Conference. Attending the conference was a ton of fun, and I highly recommend it if you get the chance to go. If you really like the club and want to get more involved, you can run to be a chapter, state, or even national officer. TSA is definitely one of my favorite clubs at MAST, and I highly recommend joining to compete or even just to meet new people with similar interests. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Tadero, and I'm one of the senior editors of the MAST Tradewinds. So a little bit about the club. We are in charge of planning, designing, and editing the school's yearbook. It's really fun, and there are a ton of positions open for anyone interested in joining. We have editors, photographers, and graphic designers. You really don't need to be artistic or creative to join. Personally, I'm not. But just the desire to create a good yearbook is enough. So hopefully you'll consider joining Tradewinds.
Hi, I'm Paige Lowe. And I'm Lindsay Nellis. And we're the founders of the Yoga Club here at MAST.
We're also part of the Wellness Committee, which has good outreach and resources for mental health.
Last year we had our meetings virtually while we couldn't be in school, but this year we're going to have our meetings outside where everyone can enjoy nature.
You don't have to be good at yoga to join. It's really for beginners and just to relax.
So please come join and help de-stress and stretch with us.
Thank you.